One of the new features in the Mentoring Connector is the ability to respond directly to prospective volunteer inquiries without signing in. You can take advantage of this feature no matter what email provider you use. When you receive an inquiry, this is what the email will look like. It will contain your program name, the prospective volunteer's name, in this case test, since that was the information we submitted in the last video, the role that the volunteer is seeking to play your program, either as a mentor or mentee, and finally the contact button. Instead of signing in to respond to this inquiry made by test, you can now do so simply by clicking on this button. When you do, a new email window will pop up, no matter what email provider you use. You may notice that the prospective volunteer's email is encrypted. This is per our privacy and security policy. Once you begin an exchange with the prospective volunteer and they reply back, their unencrypted email will be shown. In this example, Outlook is being used, but this new method of replying to inquiries within your email will work with any provider you use. At this point, you can write out a response to the prospective volunteer and send it to them. If you have an email template that you want to use, or if you would like to create one, please refer to page 4 of the Program Admin Manual to learn how. The second method to respond to an inquiry is through the Mentoring Connector itself. This method may be familiar to program admins who have used the Mentoring Connector in the past. This approach may be used by program admins who missed the initial inquiry email, cannot find the inquiry email, or simply want to sign into the Mentoring Connector for other reasons, such as to update their program profile. To respond to an inquiry through the Mentoring Connector, you must first sign in and then navigate to the Inquiries tab at the top of your screen. Once on the Inquiries page, you will have access to a host of inquiry information, including how many total inquiries your program has received, which program received the inquiry if you are the program admin for multiple programs, the first and last name of the prospective volunteers, whether or not the inquiry came from a prospective mentor or mentee, if the inquiry has been responded to or not, which appears either as contacted or uncontacted, and finally, the time and date the inquiry was created. Each column can be sorted by clicking on it. You can quickly see which of the inquiries have not been responded to by looking at the status column. To respond to any of the uncontacted inquiries, click on the inquiry itself. You will be brought to the Inquiry Details page. From here, look for the Relay Email row and click on the encrypted email URL. Your default email provider will open, and you can proceed to type out a response to the prospective volunteer, in similar fashion to method 1. When you respond to a prospective volunteer, their email will be revealed. In this example, because Maya Angelou has not been contacted yet, her email and phone number, if provided, since once again phone numbers are not required when making an inquiry, are marked as hidden. Once you have responded to the inquiry and the prospective volunteer's email is revealed, you may feel free to contact them through the email they provided.